Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Greg and welcome to Oz by Drone.
Hey Greg.
I can hear someone there. Now I'm just getting really techie here today. I've got lots of extra stuff here, but I can't work out which fader this is. I'm trying to look at the screen. You know what? It's funny. There's a fader over to the right hand side. That's one too many. I don't have a fader for that. So I'll get my panel operator over there on the screen to bring that down on the screen. That's it. There we go. Keep going. You'll have to scroll it around a bit. Look, we'll do this another way. Just on layer 1, just go to the chat layer. So shot B on layer 1. Okay, that'll kill it. Hi everyone, welcome. I'm Greg and this is Oz by Drone and we're live and anything can happen. I've done a lot of work to try and get the infrastructure and the tech sorted out a little bit more, and we've got a guest in today. Today is a free-for-all show. The people that we're going to see and talk to today are you. So we have no planning, no preparation, other than a couple of people that sent us some videos the other day. So it's going to be a little bit by the back of your pants or something, whatever you want to call it. Just to share with people out of interest. Let's see if I can pull that up. That's a control desk that I'm using to try and turn the volume down on the music before. On the screen, this software that we use, Wirecast, it has got a certain number of channels in the USB mixer, and unfortunately it was one more channel than the number of faders that I have, so I couldn't turn the audio down. Anyway, that's another story for another day. So let's get started. Who have we got? Welcome to our guest.
Hi, I'm Dennis.
Hi Dennis, how you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, tell me about yourself. Where are you from?
I'm from Peachtree City, Georgia, a suburb of Atlanta, Georgia, United States.
Yeah.
And
okay.
I fly DJI Mavic Pro and a Spark. I'm waiting for the Mavic 2 Pro to come out.
Yeah. I'm waiting for a Tello to arrive. It was actually due to arrive on Friday, but then DHL had a shipping exception and said it's been delayed.
Sorry, I heard that when you were on Ken's show, I think. You said that you were hoping to receive that. Yeah, that's a shame.
I was hoping to unbox it live on his show, but that was not to be. But yeah, the reason I wanted to get a Tello, I've mentioned it before a number of times. Its weight class is such that it's unregulated in most parts of the world, so you can fly it literally anywhere. Speaking of flying anywhere, Dennis, you've sent us a couple of videos. Let me see if I can get my notes. So let's start with flying anywhere at Miami Beach. We'll do the Miami one first.
All right.
Just give me a few moments. There we go.
So there's some debate as to whether it's legal or not to fly drones at night in the United States. I've never seen documentation that says either way.
Yeah, look, it is an interesting topic, and not just the US as well. Let me just see if I can work out this fader. I got the right one this time, that's better. So, by the way, Dennis, you can't hear the audio, but the audio from your video is playing, just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah, so flying at night. Let's just quickly talk about Australia for a minute, because this is Oz by Drone, and I notice we've got Paul in there, and I know Paul, and there's a bunch of other Aussies as well. Certainly flying by night here, we've got a different set of regulations. So if you're a recreational pilot, you can fly under a set of restrictions, or if you're a hobbyist pilot flying under an association, you've got to follow their rules. So they don't have rules that allow you to go and fly anywhere, anytime. So we can't do that. And you can't do it, therefore, as a recreational pilot. So the only way in Australia you could do this is as a commercial pilot, and only if your operating procedures and manuals allow you to do that. But that's our country. But let me ask you the question. Tell me about the experience of flying at night. What was it that you had to do to make it work?
Well, this was an interesting challenge. I hadn't expected, but now it just makes perfect sense. There was a problem with what's it called? Magnetic interference was a big problem when I was at one edge of this parking lot, because this was at the top level of a parking lot at a hotel. So I was up pretty high already. But anyway, in this concrete, there are huge rebar. There are huge pieces of steel with the drone. But I found a place near the middle of that concrete floor where there was no interference whatsoever. And I had on the drone some ultra bright LED lights. And so that made it really, really easy to see. But unfortunately, they show up in the video more than I expected them to. That's the only disappointing thing I feel about that video. Yeah. But the challenge as far as flying, it was more of a challenge of taking off. But after that, it was cake.
Okay. What about orientation?
Orientation was easy because those lights I have red on the front left, green on the front right, and white on the back. Yeah.
Okay, so definitely 100% visual line of sight kept it oriented through that. Yeah. Yeah, just curious, so night flying, I've done some night flying once in another country, and I did that for the purpose of having a look at doing some photography work for a family. So photographing that particular location, and it turned out pretty good. But anyway, look, that's interesting. Let me see what else we've got there. I enjoy, if I remember, Cochrane Mill Park Waterfalls. Let's bring that one up.
Okay.
I did a Google
search my longest video
for waterfalls in my area. I found this place called Cochrane Mills Park. It's just about 20 minutes away from home, so I thought, pretty day, a little bit cool. Let's go for a drive. See, I wasn't kidding when I said it's a pretty day. It's beautiful out there today. Non-residents, $5 for a day. Okay.
So this is pretty close to your home, is it?
Yes, it's not far. It's about 20 minutes away.
Dennis, I can't hear you at the moment.
20 minutes away.
No, I can't hear you. To my operator, turn that mix minus back on for Dennis, wherever you did that a minute ago.
Trails are closed. Muddy conditions.
Can you hear me now?
I guess we want to go this way.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Everyone else was hearing you, just not us.
Oh, I got you. So yes, it's fairly close to where I live, about 15 miles, I guess, and it's all country roads, so it takes about 20 minutes to get there.
Here's another rapids over here. It's kind of pretty place.
There's a place that I enjoy flying myself called Balite Falls. It was a place that was close to family property over in the Philippines. It's beautiful flying near there.
I love waterfalls. I have,
see if we can see any
I think, only 3 waterfalls-based videos so far, but do like flying there.
I've got to get around to editing that one and putting it together at some stage. Some very nice footage there. So look, thanks for that.
thanks for sharing it.
Yeah. My pleasure. And it's lovely to have you come join us. And have you traveled internationally with your drone much at all?
No, I actually traveled to Canada with it, but it never came out of its case.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but that's just because the situation didn't arise. Yeah, and I wasn't that comfortable with doing so. I just spent 3 weeks in China, and I really, really, really wanted to take the drone with me, but my wife talked me out of it. She's Chinese, and so it didn't go with me. It stayed here at home.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you very much for sharing that. Well,
thank you.
Yeah, let's click that button. And so next time, I'd love to have you come back and we'll pick another video, but this is totally impromptu. And, you know, I thank you for coming. Let's go and have someone else. And while my daughter's going and getting that person set up, we're going to have Mel come in. We don't have a video from Mel that I've got lined up, but it'd be nice to have a chat to him. You're more than welcome to stay there, and we'll keep you in the audio in the background.
Okay, thank you.
So this is where I get to do a tap dance, or maybe Mel, there he is.
Hey,
Mel, how you doing?
Doing well, Greg. How are you this evening?
I'm doing fine. We spoke to you once recently, and at the time you had what's the right word? You had lost 2 drones.
That's putting it mildly.
Yeah. So Mel was flying 2 drones, and he had a Mavic Pro and an Inspire, and the Mavic was doing active track on the Inspire. And you want to tell the rest of the story, Mel?
Well, yeah, I had 2 people, me and a friend of mine. But anyway, I had the Mavic Pro Platinum. I'd had it about 4 days, and I decided to do active track on the Inspire, and discovered horribly that the obstacle avoidance does not work with things in the air like other drones, which brings me to think about birds. If you had a bird fly through your flight path, your obstacle avoidance would not kick in and recognize that there was a bird there, and you might actually crash into a bird. But anyway, the Mavic Pro Platinum rear-ended the Inspire at 21.5 feet off the ground, and they tangled up and mated and crashed to a miserable death.
I just pressed the wrong button. I'm not doing well here today. That's my bad.
Well, you have too many buttons.
Yeah, look.
You showed that panel a minute ago. That thing is crazy.
Yeah, look, I'm getting used to the tech, and I'm trying to be a bit of a co-pilot. I mean, it's like 2 people trying to fly a drone at the same time. I've got my daughter who's doing the flying, but I'm trying to add a couple of other bits and pieces like the titles. There we go. Did I get it this time? There we go. It's back again.
Oh, there you go.
No, that wasn't what I wanted. I was trying to get the chat back on the screen. Look, just for people's benefit, I've done a lot of work this week. When I'm bringing someone in via Rendezvous, which is what Mel's in on right now, to get that and to actually play a video at the same time is a really, really big challenge, believe it or not. So I've got all sorts of weird audio routing through Rendezvous via and all sorts of other things. But anyway, it's working. But back to you, Mel. Tell me.
So here's what we got going on. I contacted Frank over at Carolina Drones, and he said, hey, send those things to me. So I did. He sent them to DJI in California. DJI came back yesterday afternoon with an estimate on repairs for both drones. $960 to put them both back together. That's minus the Z3 camera on the Inspire. So, but I still have the X3, so I still have a camera for the Inspire. But there's an interesting twist to the story.
Okay.
An hour before I saw that email. Now, I was in my heart, I just knew that the Inspire was going to be beyond reasonable repair. So
Yeah.
I started looking for another Inspire Pro.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, I found one with
Mhm.
a battery and a standard DJI case and a controller and 2 sets of props for just a little over $900,
Yeah.
which is a fantastic price. And so I sent the guy an offer and said, look, you're in Atlanta. I drive truck. I'm in Alabama. I'm going through Atlanta over the weekend. Here's my offer. If you choose to accept it, you can keep the extra $50 for shipping, and I'll just meet you and pick it up directly. And no sooner did he say, okay, you got a deal, I saw the email about my other Inspire being repaired. So now I've gone from no Inspire to 2. So now I'm going to have...
You
So now
are
I'm
inspired.
I am inspired. So
Yeah.
I started counting, and I lost count on my fingers. If I start with my Phantom 3 Standard, the Phantom 3 Standard, the Spark, the Mavic Pro Platinum, the Mavic Air, the Phantom 4 Pro that I just bought the other day and just flew a few minutes ago for the first time, and then 2 Inspires, I run out of fingers. I don't know. I'm
Let me just go back to Dennis for a minute, if I could. So,
Absolutely.
which aircraft do you fly again? Sorry, just remind me.
Just only the Mavic Pro and the Spark.
Yeah. Okay. Have you
have
flown
enough
others
fingers.
before?
I've flown Mel's Inspire. Tried
You've
to
flown
crash
it.
it, but I wasn't successful in that.
Okay.
Oh,
so
yeah,
you
he
two, you
he
two have
almost
met
did
each
a
other.
one-point landing with the Inspire.
Yeah. Okay.
One point being the camera, because he was going to land and the gear were up.
Whoops, that would be a problem. I've flown an Inspire too. It's a lovely aircraft. I haven't yet had a chance to look at an Inspire 2, maybe one day. But look, thanks for sharing your story, Mel. Let me see. I've got another person sitting in the waiting room who is there. That's Spike. And Spike, I don't have any vision from you. I don't know if we have audio. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to say goodbye to Mel, if that's all right, Mel, because we had your story last time. I'll leave you there, Dennis, just in case.
Thank you, Dennis. Thank you,
See you,
Greg.
Mel.
Thank you, Mel.
I'll go back to the live stream and watch from there.
Okay. So we're going to get Spike in, and he says, hey there, I'm real keen to show you my Mavic. I don't know what browser you're using, Spike, but I can tell you Google Chrome or Firefox works well if you're doing it on a computer, or if you've got an iPhone, there's an app available called Wirecast Go, and you can use that app to connect as well if you've got an iPhone. But let's see if we can get the audio in anyway. Just send that shot live. Are you there, Spike? No? So anyone else, by the way, while we're chit-chatting here, anyone else who wants to join, and in particular, I had some video content from Dennis. Dennis, if you're in the chat room, I'd love to have you come in. So let's see. Spike, can I hear you? Hello? Hello? No, Spike.
You mean you want to hear audio from me?
Sorry, Dennis?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear your audio just fine.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I heard you say you wanted me to come in. I'll shut up.
No, it's Spike I'm trying to get.
Okay.
Anyway, so look, what we might do, I am looking for someone else to come in particular. I'm looking for Michael Malloy. Sorry, I probably got the name wrong. So Michael, if you're there in the chat room or watching, we've got some video from you as well. But in the meantime, let's do this. Let's pick another one from yourself, Dennis, and I thank you for sending me so many to pick from, because it's good material to fill with.
Well, thank you.
So let's have a look at the Covered Bridge Festival.
So this is the area where I grew up.
So this is representative of the bridges that you guys have over there.
Well, there
Older
are several.
ones.
There are 50 of these left in the county, Park County, Indiana. 51. I don't know. There are around 50 of them, and yes, this is representative of any of that style.
Yeah.
Unlike this one.
I think in this video there are only 4 or 5, but there's a crash right here.
Yeah. That's the reason I wanted to play this video.
Even if you go back more than 100 years, these people really knew what they were talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what I was saying. There are 4 or 5 in the video, but you can see, there are paths to get to all of them. 4 different routes, I think. They're named by color. But this is the area in which I grew up and lived my first 25 years of my life, I guess.
Okay.
So that was my brother and his wife there.
Let me ask the question, because everyone wants to know, what's the cause of the crash?
Going into a bridge, I believe, is the short answer to that.
Yeah, but did you have obstacle avoidance was turned off, or?
It was turned on, and that might have been a mistake in itself. I think if I had the vertical, vision sensors turned off, then it might have done better. But each time I noticed that each time I went into these bridges, and I did try several times, it would dip down and shift either to the left or to the right, depending on which bridge it was. And that was, completely outside of what I was controlling it to do.
Yeah. Speaking of which, here's an interesting question. I did some flying fairly recently at Tom Ugley's Bridge, which is close to me. I was flying under a couple of bridges, and certainly the aircraft at that time, it had a tendency to go down, and I thought it was almost about to nosedive into the water below every time I went under the metal structure.
Right.
Yeah, so that was a little bit disconcerting, but thankfully someone had warned me to just be careful as you're going under because of potential compass interference. And I can understand compass interference making it go laterally, but I can't understand it changing the altitude that much. It wouldn't have lost GPS lock that quick to be able to have a problem there, but I don't know.
Right, I don't understand it either, but I absolutely experienced it. And this caused me to not want to fly under bridges or through them anymore. At least not with my best drone. I might do it someday with a lesser one, but that was quite an experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I'm just reading in the chat here that Spike is trying to get the app on his phone now, so we're waiting on you to come in, Spike. But what I'm going to do in the meantime, there was someone else who did send in some video content. I was hoping to have him here and be able to have him talk about his content. And that was Michael Malloy that I mentioned to you before. So let's go and have a look at his video from, I don't know if I say it right, Amina or Amina Beach. Certainly this is an Australian video. Let's go and have a look at that one.
Beautiful.
Now it's only a short clip and that was it, but very, very nice footage. And the challenging bit, I guess, is managing the overexposure of the sun. I'm not a super guru in some of this, but I'm guessing that ND filters is going to be the way to tackle that.
Yes.
But anyway, it's all good. So let's have a look. Now, just a reminder to everyone who is watching, there is a link in the description for the video, and if you click that link, you will appear on our console and be able to join the discussion, join the conversation. And two things. One, the people who do join us today, I'm going to give you the wrench of power, the spanner inside the chat room. So that's one reason. And the other reason is just to have fun and to come in and say hello. So if you have a look at the video description, there's a link, a rendezvous link. If you click that, you'll appear on our console, and we'd love to have a chat to you. So what are we doing here? We got 11:25. By the way, just a quick little side topic. The reason why we're doing the show in this format today, A, because I wanted to try the tech and have a bit of fun, but B, because John Morrison, who is our regular co-host, he's currently away traveling. John is a musician, and if you jump onto Google, you can certainly search for something like either Swing City or some of the other things that he's involved in, and he's a great music educator and performer. But at the moment, he's traveling around Australia doing some workshops, so we'll see you back next time, John. Anyway, we haven't had anyone else join. Let's have a look. Chris, how did everyone send Greg video? Just curious how you all did it. So, Chris, if you've got a video that you would like to share, if you could send something to upload@gregkuhnert.com, to send that link in, we can use that. I can also throw a web browser up on the other screen and just go into YouTube Live if we need to do that, if you want to send me a link. So while we're waiting for someone else, let me see. I've got only one of yours left, Dennis. I think I've gone through them all. Oh no, there's two left. Which one do you like better, the Peachtree or the Falls Park?
Oh gosh, Falls Park on the Reedy. That's in Greenville, South Carolina.
Okay. Let's have a look at that. So
that video gets, yes.
You started out here without music, looking into some photos. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, I wanted to try that. That was a green screen thing that I found on Pond 5, and I wanted to try fitting my photos into there. And it came out, I think, okay. I wish it had been a little cleaner, but it came out all right. Now this video, I worked hard on this video. Every bit of sound you hear in there had to be added after the fact in post-production.
I actually kind of saw some of that and worked a little bit of that out, that it was posted, but I'm not complaining. It's very good.
Thank you. Yeah, this is my my latest good effort, and I'm pretty pleased with the result.
Okay, Chris said he sent me a YouTube link earlier, so while that video is playing, I'm going to go and have a look for that.
Okay.
There we go. So I'm going to put you on the screen because I've jumped up to go and get that video from Chris. So can you do some tap dancing while I go and get that?
Oh, well, not sure you want to see me tap dance, but...
So I can't hear you because I don't have my headphones on.
Oh, okay. All right,
So
well...
let me just click this link, copy that.
Hey, Mel, where are you when I need you?
Yeah, and we'll open a web browser.
So if you've just joined, we're waiting for Greg to return. Ah, hello, Greg.
So Chris has sent in a video. Let's play that and send that. Can you click the thing in the YouTube window to make it full screen? Drag the mouse over, there you go. Ah, missed it. Bring the mouse up, it's in the middle of the screen. There you go. So let's play that one more time. Sorry about the impromptu nature of this. There we go. So unfortunately from that window I don't have any audio, but this is a video that was shared by Chris Hope and some flying backwards. So for those who may watch Ken, he's very much had a try at that. Oh, that's beautiful.
Nice.
Nice little short one. Thanks for that, Chris. So let's see, have we got anyone else who is? Greg Hilton, type in YouTube free music. Music tracks. I was in Peachtree today. Is there anyone else in the chat room who would be interested in coming and joining? So we've had Mel. We've got Dennis here at the moment. We'll have a little bit of time for one more. And while that's happening, let me see what drone topics are happening. By the way, just a quick little aside. The reason I haven't got the usual amount of super preparation and news stories and all of that kind of thing, I've been doing an exam this week. Well, not doing the exam, doing the tuition for something called TOGAF, the Open Group Architecture Framework, which is a IT related thing. So completed all of that, and I've got some study to do before the exam, but just didn't have any time this week to do the regular prep. And considering John wasn't here, I thought, why not do something a little bit different? So this is what it is. Anyway, let's go back over here. Anyone else wanting to come in, just say so in the chat room. And if not, we might wrap it up early today. My daughter's going, woohoo. Okay. Nice. What was the tower or building? That was a question from Dennis to Chris. Rick, I'm wondering if you'd like to come join us in the show today. Or Lloyd. Come on, guys. Rick, you've got some good videos that I've seen before. By the way, I do want to talk about something just a little bit different for a minute. The you might have noticed on the description for the show today, the hashtag I am a creator. Have you heard of it before yourself, Dennis?
No, I wanted to ask you about that, but it completely slipped my mind. I am interested in finding out more.
Yeah, look,
I've seen you use that hashtag a few times now, so.
Yeah. Look, the background is obviously everyone knows about the great YouTube controversies that have happened over the last little while, particularly with them changing the rules to be a YouTube partner and therefore the monetization, all of those kind of things playing in together. This impacted me because, you know, we got banned from YouTube a little while back, and you can't contact YouTube unless you're a partner. And I was too small to be a partner. So long story short, how do you fix that? You get more viewers. How do you get more viewers when they're kind of not high in the rotation for the search results and all of that kind of thing? So I Am a Creator has been set up by a number of people. I don't know the exact genesis of it, but the idea is that people who are creating support other creators by both subscribing to their channel and also watching some of their content. You don't have to watch everything of every person who's got that hashtag there, but this is kind of like a small community of smaller creators who would like to grow their channel. And certainly it's very helpful to also, just because you get 1,000 subscribers, let's say, that doesn't make you a YouTube partner either. You've got to get watch time as well. And certainly this is a way of finding people who are trying to grow. I think it's good for us to support each other. So really good idea.
Okay, so I guess the advertisement or whatever to announce the announcement that you are a proponent of this would be the hashtag in your posts then?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're doing a video, chucking it in a video as well, there's no, admission fee that you've got to pay or something to join the community. So it's just a matter of adding it to a video.
Cool. I will start doing that.
Yeah, look, I think it's good. And equally importantly, like I said, search for other people who have that hashtag in their video, watch their video, subscribe to their channel. By the way, I do want to say one thing here right now, and part of the normal structured bit of the show, and I should have done this before. Please do subscribe to our channel to here. And if you are already subscribed, click the bell so that you can get notified about when we're going live. We need support to grow, so that'd be really helpful to us. Equally importantly, could you like our video today? Thumbs up on the video, that'd help us to go up in the rankings and to continue to grow, not just here but also on Facebook. We also do a few tweets here and there, so there's our Twitter information. And I mentioned before, viewer videos, so if you want to send something in, upload at gregkuhnert.com. Don't send the video file, just send a link, and we'll include that next week. And lastly but not leastly, if you want to send us anything in the post, there's a postal address, 5/127 Princess Highway, Sylvania, New South Wales 22224. So, if we don't have any other people joining the chat room today, and again, my daughter's going like that, very happy to finish early. So, thanks everyone for watching. Please do subscribe. Please do click the bell. Please do support other people in the I Am a Creator community, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Thanks, Greg. Great show.
Bye-bye.
Bye.